All right, so is this recording? Yes, it is. All right, so this is a video of me explaining the plan for our permaculture earthworks design. We'll get most of our water from the road. Some of it will come from our roofs, and some of it will come from the land uphill from us. Either way, we have quite a lot of water running past us, and we'll be able to intercept most of it. So this is what we're going to do. The first iteration of this design will include one swale and one kind of ephemeral pond, hopefully. And yeah, I will take you through it. So let's go. So this is the road that we live on. This is downhill, this is uphill. Over here you see the road. And I'm planning to, basically when the water runs, it runs on this side of the road. And I'm planning to take it into the land somewhere where these lines come out of the ground. So I'm planning to make it like a silt trap infiltration basin that is lined with something to prevent any debris or seeds coming in, because we've got some alianthus up the road and I don't want the swale to be swarmed with alianthus seeds. So basically that I'm going to be able to clean out, quite likely a hard structure like concrete or bricks. And from there I want to have basically a meandering, almost mini river that will take the water on the way down towards where the swale starts. So that's this way. We've got a little house over here, fig, olive trees, and we'll be able to split the water between these trees passively. Over here I've got something. So you see, hello. So this rope will help bring the water into the land, and that pylon will help prevent people from driving over it and getting a shock. So move the camera again. So basically, this land is again sloping this way. So I'm going to dig out a triangle, basically following the pattern of the grass like this. And any soil will be deposited and making a horizontal berm this way, joining this pile of rubble basically. So that will be a depression, ephemeral pond. This tree will have to go. I mean, it's already gone. Yeah, I pruned it back very heavily some time ago. So this will be the overflow. I'm walking too much. Point the camera down a bit. So the water will flow on this side towards our first model of a swale. This is so that excavator drivers can understand what we're trying to do. I don't know if you can see it but there's a little rope left from when I marked out the contour. And yeah, this is a little berm to direct the water into the swale. Yeah, I've got all the contours marked out, and I'll be walking past them. Here you see them. So these pegs were originally marked out using a laser level that I have, and then I joined them so that when the big excavator comes next week, it doesn't disturb the pattern that I made. These trunks are going to come out. Oh, where's my finger? These trunks are coming out, which is the reason that the big excavator is coming. Let me tilt it up a bit. So we've got quite a few big trunks. And this line over here that you see, the electric cable, where's my finger? This electric cable is following the contour line. So I haven't dug this area yet because I want to discuss it. This is the contour line. This is the original contour line of the swale, and this is 5 centimeters higher, the overflow of the swale, which means that 5 centimeters is just about that. That much water will sit above the contour line in the swale. These trees are going to come out, the trunks, and we will switch this way. So here you still see one peg. Over here I haven't dug out the contour line yet. Here's another peg on the ground, another peg in the ground there in the sun. There used to be another peg over here, but our daughter played with it. She wanted to imitate Daddy. So we've got one over there still. My favorite bench will have to go because it becomes part of the swill. Anyways, one lost there and there. Yeah, and that's the end of the land. Let me switch it back towards me. Like this. Alright, no, that's too much in the sun right now. So, yeah, so that's the idea. We've got quite a bit of wood chips already. All the branches from the pistachio trees that we're taking out are going to be chipped into wood chips so that we can produce a nice wood chip layer immediately after we've established everything. There's some things that I want to do that I've got mostly in my mind, but because I don't know exactly how things are going to turn out, I'm keeping them on hold. I'm not talking about them. But there's possibilities of having overflow systems. I want an ephemeral pond, which is basically like a pond that only stays wet during the autumn, winter, spring, and dries up during summer, which is actually an ecological niche that is quite often missing in our landscape, and it benefits amphibians a lot. Amphibians love that kind of pond because fish don't survive in them because they dry out in summer. And that means that ephemeral ponds are always more beneficial to amphibians because they are not predated by the fish. And I do hope to include some kind of nice Zone 5 ephemeral pond in there. There's other things that I want to do. I want to have we're going to have a flushing composting toilet, which basically means that the water and the solids the liquids and the solids are going to be in contact only for like 15 seconds after you flush. So the poo will go into one container and the water will continue onwards. And I have a system in mind that is gravity fed mostly, unless I want it to be different basically. That is gravity fed and that will support a load of willow trees, which is quite interesting for Greece. Most of the time we don't see willows here because they don't germinate, they don't root from a cutting, but you can grow them. They do grow. They stunt a bit in summer, but they grow the rest of the year. And I want to use them to create biomass for the food forest. And seeing as we will be having an overabundance of water from the flushing composting toilet, we'll be using it to grow biomass from the willow trees and possibly some other things. Hopefully the olives will start producing better here in the back because it's always been a bit of a dry area, seeing as it's a bit on a ridge. I've got some other plans and ideas. I want to include a duck/chicken house on top of the swale, so that basically the swale, the bottom of the chicken house and the duck house sits above the swale, and I can push any mulch into the swale, or the roosting spot of the chickens will sit above the swale, and any poo just falls straight down, meaning that when it fills up, all the poo is nicely spread out and the whole system gets a nice feeding, basically, fertigation as they call it. Yeah, basically just a whole bunch of different things, mostly focusing on the earthworks for now. So yeah, that's me signing off, and I hope to hear from you in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, press that bell icon so you can follow along for the journey, and speak to you later. Ciao ciao.